Good evening and welcome to a new, unique, special night for the world of the Simulation World Auto Group and live sim racing. You're looking live at the virtual Wild West Motorsports Park in Nevada. And tonight, it is round number 1 of the new live sim racing Stadium Super Truck Series on your home for sim racing, LSRTV, the CRN Sports for audio cast coverage. We're also streaming thanks to our providers of the Weekly Racer and RaceOnTexas.com. I'm Wesley Outland, and joined alongside, and I know he was going to jump at this opportunity because it's the closest to a broadcast for RC cars. It's Charles Wooten. Charles, what's up, my friend?
Yes, they are giant RC cars, or I don't know. These are giant RC cars, or those are little RC cars. I'm not sure. Either way, they look like RC cars. You know, they actually make RC cars that look just like these. They handle just like them too. So, looking forward to this. And we saw just a second ago. You'll see it again. There is a Geico lizard that is standing. You can see him right down there by the stand. His hands are just open. Like, what in the world is going on? That may be what some people are saying and thinking when we get on the race here. It's going to be wild and crazy. Then again, it is the Wild West.
What have we got ourselves into? This crazy formality that is now the new Simulation World Auto Group. Thank you to Billy and Rhonda Smith, the Mr. and Mrs. Shark of Swag, Smith Wraps and Graphics. And in addition to that, LiveSimRacing.com coming up with something new. And this is going to be something new for me because this is my first time ever broadcasting a stadium off-road course truck race. This is going to be pretty unique. Charles, for people that might be looking and saying, what are they doing? What is this? Tell a little bit about what we're going to see tonight. No cautions. It's going to be an all-out brawl here in the Wild Wild West.
Yes, there are no full course cautions. There will be local cautions. We won't be seeing those. Obviously, if a car rolls over, flips, you can assume there's a local caution there for the safety of the driver, that they don't just get run over. But there's going to be dirt flying. There's going to be dirt everywhere. There's jumps, there's left turns, there's right turns. It's like the world of outlaws mixed with NASCAR trucks mixed with road course racing. It is completely crazy. And again, there's going to be a lot of wrecks. Probably people are flipping and rolling, but this is a fun series. There will not be one person mad when the night's over. This is just a fun way to relax here on iRacing.
And this is something that is unique, something different, it's never been done before. And if it actually bears fruit and does really good, it's possibly something that will return. And I've been hearing the ideas of running these trucks on Daytona, running them on Watkins Glen, on road courses, not just on Wild West Motorsports Park, where it's, you know, the bread and butter is from. This should be really, really unique and fun.
Yeah, they have talked about running the Glen with these and other tracks. And that's the thing. You can run these just about anywhere you want to and have a good time with them. And speaking of a good time, Wesley, qualifying just about underway. And if I recall, they are going to try to do this to where we can talk about each driver, which you know all these drivers. I know all these drivers from the Outlaw Series. So we'll be looking forward to see these drivers come out here and see what they got.
Yes, sir. This is going to be exciting and fun for sure, as we will see what these drivers put on the track and do on the speedway. As one by one, they'll get their understanding. It might be single truck qualifying. It might actually be group qualifying. But we'll set the bar here for all of these drivers as they'll get ready to put down their qualifying lap. Now, real quickly, Charles, let's explain the format of how things will go here this evening. They're going to qualify. We just saw the final laps of practice. They're going to qualify now as we see Luke Knupp in the number 77 entry. He's on the racetrack right now. Luke Knupp, the number 77, working his way around the race course. And I guess they get one lap on the clock. Am I correct? One lap. That's all they get.
Yeah, I believe that is correct, and that's not the way to do it right there, getting into the wall. But, big shout out to High Racing. Love the camera angles for this track. But one lap, and it looks like we'll have 2 heat races, and we are just on the border, Wesley. 15 drivers, 16 make it to the feature, so everybody's going to make it. So nobody's going home sad tonight.
So that's good. Everybody's going to be happy and go home and make a little bit of money and just enjoy this new creation that's been created by Billy and Rhonda Smith of the Simulation World Auto Group. Smith Wraps and Graphics, again located in Seaford, Delaware. They do actually real wraps and graphics companies, whether you need it on your vehicles, professional, business, racing, for your banners, graphics, you name it, they'll take care of you. And then now they took swag and they've got involved in the esports world, and it's on LSRTV. This is the live sim racing, swag racing esports stadium super truck series. And again, this is the launches right now. We have our next qualifier on the speedway. By the way, this is going to be, I think, Matthew Lee. Not really seeing a number on this guy, so it's kind of hard to tell him.
Fulton and then number 7. Yeah, and that's like the number's right there, little bitty box, but yeah, it's the number 7 of Derek Fulton.
Yeah, definitely making it hard for us to be able to see for sure. I'm having trouble seeing it.
Yeah, very little numbers. That's one thing. The downside of these is, they have very small numbers, unlike the NASCAR, the trucks, and stuff like that. And hopefully
we're watching Derek Fulton again make his way. There's the live sim racing entry. By the way, tomorrow night, tune in for coverage that will include the Outlaw Super Late Model Series. And yeah, there you see a little bit of that number 7 entry as he makes his way around the race course.
See if we can get a different angle, and that's not going to help us any. Again, it's going to be complete chaos when it all starts. But Connor Berry, one of the later entries here, fastest on the board with the 50.004, which actually is faster than we saw in practice.
We're watching all these entries now work back around the racetrack here at Wild West, and I think this is Garrett Maines. Yes, like Adamson, all of these drivers have so far taken time, and right now the man everybody's trying to beat is Connor Berry. Connor Berry on the race course, 50 seconds, 50.00 to a 50.83 set by Garrett Maines. So Garrett Maines, even one of the aces of race cars, 4 wins on the Swag Outlaw Super Late Model Series. He is second quick in a stadium super truck, and I never knew he raced one.
Yeah, I'm not too sure he did. I know he was saying he had to get a paint for this truck. You gotta represent the sponsors. He had to get a paint that had Smithfield on there, so he waited on that. So he didn't get near as much practice as the rest of these guys, is that truck getting wrapped at the last minute possible. So he came in just a little bit later, but he is out here. And you can see Ford written right in the grill of that car too. These cars really don't identify Ford or Chevrolet, but definitely he's sporting the Ford here tonight.
And again, as we just reiterated on, he literally had to thrash at the last minute to get approval to be able to drive these cars and to drive in this event, and you see he's got it done. So definitely watching to make their way back around the racetrack on the clock.
And hopefully, like I said, we're live on LSRTV, YouTube, Facebook, and of course, Race on Texas, CRN. Hopefully, everybody is enjoying it. As that was a hard lick to the wall there. As Garrett Maines just sitting on the track, maybe he's just enjoying the view here. We'll see what he's looking at through the roll bar and just kind of looking down the track. So, just kind of figuring out maybe how he wants to get around this come race time.
And Wild West Motorsports Park is definitely a very unique facility, if you will, where actually the real Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series competes. They race, and there's Garrett Maines, and you see him getting into position as we've already had right now 12 drivers take time. Barry at the top of the board, again with a 50.00. Garrett Maines is second. Matt Lee is third. Peyton Howell is fourth. Right now, Wright's in the top 5, and there's still about, another 3, and I'm wondering if maybe they they've decided not to qualify. We'll have to see what the termination is here as we set our field up and set our sights for this event. But there is that beautiful Smithfield Sadler Esports Stadium Super Truck of Powelton, Virginia's Garrett Maines. These are some bad mamma jammas. You call these, and I quote, a big RC car.
That they are indeed, and he just popped up here with us. Speak of these, I don't personally own one of these RCs. I go for the buggy style, but Will Duvall, who's racing in this, does own a couple of these here, oversized RC trucks.
I've been through a few of them actually, but yeah, they're called short course trucks, also known as SCTs. So I got a Traxxas Slash 40 handles just like it.
Well, Will, what are you thinking about this? I think we might make you our in-race reporter from time to time. What do you think of this new endeavor that's going on?
It's fun. It's a good change up. I almost never drive these things, so it's good to be able to get over here and let loose and something new and just have fun. Probably gonna be the slowest guy out here, but I'm just here to have fun.
Having fun for sure. Hey, and by the way, we hope you do get better. I know you had an injury, definitely an injury at work today, and I know you're going to be on the mend a little bit, but you're going to continue to do the best you can, right?
It's fun trying to run through gears one-handed, but yeah, we're gonna give it a shot.
All right, there you go. There's the thoughts of again, Mr. Will Duvall. He is our in-race reporter, and there's Garrett Maines, and I guess he's requalifying, Charles.
He's put his 2 laps, and he's just out here just having fun. I think this is one thing these guys, want to get as much practice as they can, which they can do right now. And, for Garrett Maines, he's usually towards the top, so to not be at the top, I bet he's out there wanting to get as much practice as he can for sure. And I was wrong about the heat race. I do apologize. We are throwing all 15 into one heat race.
All 15 drivers into one heat race. They're not going to be split in half. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, we'll get to it quick because I don't believe they have rolling starts here. It's going to be a standing start. You know what? Do you want to go through the grid for this one, or you want to wait till the feature? Because they're about to take off.
I'll just mention the last names real quickly. Row 1, Barry Maines. Row 2, Lee and Howell. Row 3, Wrights and Piles. It's going to be Rolls and Fulton. Row 4, Thomas Gagnon. Row 5, Duvall Adamson. Row 6, Knupp, Polini. Row 7, McKnight in the back. That's the lineup for the heat races. These drivers get ready to go for the only heat race. We're set for the gate to drop, for it to get underway, for the live sim racing stadium super trucks. History about to be made with the heat race. We're waiting for one more truck to grid. I believe that's Connor Berry. We're waiting on Connor Berry to grid because you see Garrett Maines. And I also kind of noticed that the inside and the outside are in different positions as well.
Yeah, they kind of stagger them here. It's kind of different. So if you look here, this is there's your first place truck right there. There
you go. There's Connor Berry. Okay.
All the way back to Cut back here, and he is way back here. So
wow.
They stagger them. It's going to make it interesting. The real question is, what's it going to be like going into turn number 1? As right now, Polini and McKnight have not taken to the track. That is what we're waiting on. But standing starts, not something you see a whole lot here on LSRTV.
Yeah, this is for sure something unique, something different, never been done, and definitely going to be interesting as we watch these drivers get ready to go in the box, prepared, ready. They hear the engines revving. They're getting ready at any time to drop that gate, and the green's out. We're underway.
We'll see. Again, it's all building up to turn number 1. As you see, we'll stay at the leader here for the moment. And they go in, and they're going to bottle them up big time. They're beating and banging. That's the 11 of Peyton Howe. That is kind of lighted with the wall just a little bit.
You have a heat race. They're all in this heat race together.
Again, look at this battle going back here. This is the back of the field, Wesley, with Cup, Rolls, Thomas, Duvall, all these guys just beating and banging. If you did this in a NASCAR race or an outlaw race tomorrow night, there'd be tempers flaring everywhere. Here, it's perfectly acceptable.
That's right. All fair and love and war for sure. This is definitely something different that we've never ever done before here at Wild West Motorsports Park in Nevada, virtual. And this is a if you ever get a chance to go out to Nevada, to the West Coast, check out this. It's something different. It's something unique. And you know, I've always said this as we watch these guys work their way off the corners, up the hill, back down around in the fluff, off around the straightaways here, the bumps, the bangs, the hills, the thrills, the turns. As still Perry is out in front, Maines is second, Lee third. I've always said I've been a fan of all racing, and this facility in Sparks, Nevada, honestly, Charles, is no different. And shameless plug, who I work for, do stuff with, you can check it out on Lucas Oil Racing TV and on MAV TV.
Yeah, of course, you know, we've both done work for Lucas Oil, a good company. Lucas Oil Racing TV, also a good company as well. And just look at this battle going on. This is what's awesome. They're going in the air, battling. This is right now Rolls, Piles, and Fulton all battling side by side. Fulton just a little further back, but the battles are really heating up, especially for about 7th through 10th place right now, as your leaders have slightly checked out from the rest of the field.
Yes, sir, for sure. As we watch him again off the corner, look at this awesome racing here. Something unique, something to it. If we make some mistakes, please don't eat our lunch over it. This is new. This is something that I've never even done before. As it's just action all over the place. I don't know what to call, Charles. Yeah. Look at this, 3 wide up the hill, like Humpty Dumpty, fighting over carton of eggs. There's contact. Look at this.
Yeah, this is no holds barred. Like everything, you just put it all on the line when you come here to Wild West or any of these tracks. You know, this makes me have a huge respect for someone like Robbie Gordon that used to do this.
Yes.
You know,
for sure, because the stadium trucks are very, very unique and fun for sure. And there's going to be times, like I told you, where we're not going to be just at Sparks, Nevada, and here at Wild West. We're going to be doing races possibly on Daytona, on Talladega, on Watkins Glen, on Infineon, on Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. And they're going to be these are going to be so cool to see. And you know, obviously the laps will be cut short because you can't go like a 100-lap race, obviously, on Talladega. But to just see that take place virtually would be so cool to watch, and we're going to see it with this new live sim racing stadium super truck series, Charles.
Yeah, we are. We're on board right now with Piles. And look at this. Look at the jumps. And who said you got to stay on the ground when you do racing? You can go in the air. You don't have to have wings like an airplane. Man, these guys are just duking it out right now. It doesn't matter where you're at on the track, and we might have a battle for the lead here shortly, at least for second. Garrett Maines and Luke Cup really starting to get that battle heated up. Although that late entry, Connor Berry, he has said, see you later. I'm checking out from this field, and he is just moving it as he's going to get the white flag this time by.
Yeah, Connor Berry doing a phenomenal job out in front. He's about to cross the start-finish line here. He'll take the white flag. One more lap go here in the heat race. As again, this is a quick show, if you will. Look at him as he makes his way off the corner. There is the man Berry out in front. What a great lead he has over the rest of the pack. The interval is almost 5.6 seconds to Garrett Maines. Matthew Lee is also in the back, almost 7 seconds. Peyton Howell third. And as we watch him finally make his final lap around here in the heat race, in this 6-lap heat race. What a performance for the driver of Berry. Up the hill, down the hill, jumping the bumps, making everything go through the fluff, through the cushions. Not anybody in sight. What a performance for the driver of the 528.
Yeah, and these trucks, is we'll talk about a little bit here when he crosses the line, they are very finicky. You'll see him right here. He hits this big jump, and you basically let off the gas at that point. You really have to hit the gas, just like sprint cars. I know a lot of the fans on Racing Texas are aware of sprint cars. You have to throttle control those to get them around the corner. These are the same concept, except to go turning, you use the brake and the gas to control the car in the air, and you also have to set the car up to land to go around a corner, because they do not want to just go around the corner. You have to land them properly to get them around the corner. So it is crazy how these trucks have to handle and what you have to do to drive them. And to see Garrett Maines in second by quite a bit of distance, these are kind of the great equalizer here for these big name drivers.
Yeah, for sure, definitely, as we watch them all continue to make their way. Let's take a look as the checkered flag has fallen here in this heat race. It is all the way over. Thank you for those comments. Tyler Vickery, I wanted to join the series, but I couldn't find the registration. Contact somebody on Swag Esports Racing Team on social media. We will get you taken care of. Kyle Gilbert, the same thing. We've already got literally 2 or 3 drivers that are literally on the comments saying, I'm interested in this. I want to be a part of this. We want you to be a part of the Simulation World Auto Group as well. A lot of great things going on, like this new live sim racing stadium super truck series, the Swag Outlaw Super Late Model Series. Tomorrow night will be, of course, at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park with Twin 20s. Coming soon. I'm excited about this one, Charles. When Billy and Derek and Matt talked to me about this one, unveiling September 17th, the exhibition. The series is tentatively going to launch on October 1st. I like that because it's my 38th birthday. But also, the brand new Swag Short Track Cup All-Star Challenge. That's going to be wild. Cup cars on the short tracks virtually of America.
Yeah, that's, in my personal opinion, I think that's going to be one of the best. Short track racing to me is racing. I like NASCAR. I watch it, from time to time. I'll admit I don't watch it all the time, but short track racing, dirt track racing to me is the roots of racing. That is where it got started, and as much as I like NASCAR, I love it when we support the short track and dirt stuff.
We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, this warm-up will be in the books, and we will get ready to introduce the 15 charter members of Slingin' and Grinning and Flying Sheet Metal and more here for Wild West Motorsports Park in Sparks, Nevada virtually. This is the brand new Swag Live Sim Racing Stadium Super Truck Series on LSRTV, Race on Texas, The Weekly Racer, and CRN. Back in a moment.
ETE Reman is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
The green flag has waved, and we are officially underway with this inaugural event here. They kind of jumped the gun a little too quickly on us. We apologize for that, but we are racing here in this event. 15 cars, 15 trucks, if you will, ready to go here at Wild West Motorsports Park. And again, the heat races were really, really good. Now we have the feature. And out in front, how about this battle between Mike Adamson and Derek Fulton in the early going here, Charles?
Yeah, they are just really getting after it here. And there we go. We're apologizing for the overlays. We got them back up and running as Derek Fulton out front. And the battles are all over the place. Look at this. He said Mike Adamson, Ronald Piles in there. Garrett Maines mired back in the 5th position right now. Again, unheard of for someone like him to be that far back.
Watch them as they roar their way into the turns here at the Wild West Motorsports Park. They're up in the fluff. They're going 3 wide, 4 wide, jumping the hills. Oh, we got one up in the brim over there, getting up airborne. He'll save it, hold on to it. And what might me add as well here, if we have any crazy wild moments, we will show swag instant replays. But like this action right here, look at them running on top of one another. You want to call it wheel hopping, if you will. Can that be done in RC car and off-road racing, Charles?
It very well can. You can definitely run over.
Oh, the 12 just got turned. That's Will Duvall. And remember, he is on injured reserved. And we got this guy just got stuck up on the wall.
It is crazy how these cars are going to go. You know, and these are the ones battling back here. I want to point out up front, Derek Fulton just ran a 52.62, fastest lap of this race. Again, this is only 15 laps, and we're already 3 laps in. It takes no time to get around this track, and the excitement is just building and building as Barry.
Yeah, this track is so unique. I mean, you would think that like it would take you forever to get around this road course, but they're getting around here really, really quickly in under a minute, Charles.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's 51 seconds. We will probably see some 50s. We'll see. Look at this 3-wide battle. Garrett Meads getting in there with Piles and Fulton. Cup right behind them. Again, the battles are just building and building the further we get into the race, and it's going to be Piles and Fulton side by side for second.
How cool is this? Continuing on with this awesome battle, this fun battle, watching all these drivers making history, doing a phenomenal job. And you're seeing it right now. The new LSRTV, LiveSimRacing.com, Stadium Super Truck Series. All the questions, all the comments. If you want to be a part of swag, whether it just be for the Stadium Super Trucks or the Outlaw Super Late Models, or coming soon, the Winter Heat Series, Martinsville, the E300 coming up in September. The race, obviously, the Valley Star Credit Union 300 NASCAR Late Model race was canceled due to COVID restrictions and postponed to next year. And Billy and Rhonda Smith of Swag, Buck Roos, Martinsville Speedway, Clay Campbell, everybody involved is making this a big event. That will be broadcast on... Oh, look out! We got one going upside down.
Derek Fulton going for a ride, and you see right there, these guys just didn't hold back. They just run him clean over. Again, there's nowhere to go with these trucks. They just push him out of the way, basically. He's going to have to reset and come back out. That is the thing. You can, if you can get out, you can actually come back on the track, as we saw one car doing it, or truck doing it, but you're going to be behind, as we're already 5 laps down here. They're working lap number 5 of 15. The question is, Wesley, does anything have anything for Barry? You know, he is just out front dominating this race right now, and you see how big his lead is.
I'm so surprised the way they're driving right now. It's so crazy. Can we take a look as we look at Barry out in front here, as we're just coming up on lap 6 of 15. This race flying by so quickly. Can we look at a replay? Let's give Swag some love. Smith Wraps and Graphics instant replay, and let's show the calamity that just happened to our buddy, my colleague, Derek Fulton from Centre, Ontario, Canada, who currently is now in the 13th position. And again, watch this.
This is his little incident on the track. We'll zoom in on him, and he seems to be going good right here. And gets a tap, and boop, up he goes, and they just pushed him out of the way.
There's no love loss there.
No,
they literally moved him.
they do not care. They'll just move you right on out of the way. And he'll see. He may make his way back out here. No, he's still in the pit, so he's still here. You can see him up on the hill. His truck's sitting there at the moment. He's not in this race at the moment. But this battle's starting to build up as the 11 of Peyton Howell tries to take down the wall.
Watching them as they make their way down that straightaway from the jump. This is on the main part of the course where they're working their way back into the turn here. Another corner. A great battle between these drivers for 5th and 6th on the racetrack now continuing. This is Thomas and Howell battling. And what I find so unique is, there's a couple of names of some off-road guys that I don't know here, but the most of them are like the super late model or the cup racers, and we got him sideways again. 83 or the 63, Jack Wrights. Literally, I thought he was going to turn right in front of Howell and Rolls.
Yeah, it's amazing the suspension on these cars, what you can do to them and still manage to hang on to them. You know, if you were to do this in a regular car as sideways as they get and twisted as the, the A-arms get and everything, you would probably break something. And these are some tough trucks, and you got to be tough to hang on to them, because I've driven behind the wheel of one of these before, and if you wreck wrong and your steering wheel jerks it, it hurts.
So much fun watching these drivers as they work their way around the course.
Derek Fulton back out onto the track.
Derek Fulton shaking off the cobwebs. He's still limp and he's battered and bruised, but he's still out there racing. He's currently in 12th position. And we're coming up on halfway here in just a moment at Wild West Motorsports Park in Virtual Sparks, Nevada on iRacing with the Simulation World Auto Group Live Sim Racing Stadium Super Truck Series. Yes, that's why they pay me the big bucks, to be able to say that 3 times fast and not make a mistake on LSRTV, Race on Texas, CRN, and the Weekly Racer. Connor Berry leads the way. Luke Canup is in second spot. Garrett Maines is third. Matthew Lee is fourth. Thomas is in the 5th position. That's Dylan Thomas. Then you got Jack Wrights just passing him for 6th. Peyton Howell battling with one another for 6th and 7th position. Brett Rolls, Mike Adamson, and Brandon Gagnon currently your top 10. This is going by really quickly. Man, this is really, really fun. I feel like a kid in a candy store right now, just not only being in the broadcast booth, but just seeing some of these cool things. And now I know why you wanted to be an announcer, as Fulton gets loose again off the corner.
Yeah, this is probably some of the funnest stuff. You know, the only thing I can think of that might be more fun than this
is RC cars.
Well, surprisingly, I wasn't going to go there.
Okay.
I would love to see some dirt bike, dirt bike racing on this. You get tracks like this with the, little dirt bike racing. That would be something different here on iRacing for sure.
Working their way around the corners here. Such an interesting facility here at the Wild West Motorsports Park. This unique live sim racing. Wow, we're even noticing a little internet issue there. A little signal problem.
Oh, you see them bouncing off each other. Look at the track here. I went to this. I want to see the blimp view here. Look at the patches on this track. You can see right here where they don't touch the track in the jumps, how much darker it is. It's still wet and tacky compared to where they go.
5 laps to go. 5 to go.
5 to go, and just an amazing view here.
And we got some of these trucks just parking it. They're just on the side of the road. They're just like, we're done. We're finished. We're not doing this anymore.
the very well may be, and I saw little MAV TV signs over there too, Wesley.
Yes, sir. Yes. Matter of fact, I'll actually be on MAV TV tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, and the replay at 11 o'clock for MAV TV Short Track America. I'll be the play-by-play announcer for the Angola Motorsports Park Speedway event that was the Vors Compact Touring Series. I will have coverage of that again on Speed 51 and MAV TV for Short Track America tomorrow night on the MAV TV Motorsports Network. But nonetheless, here they work their way around the racetrack. Down the straightaways, we're under 5 laps to go. Connor Berry is leading the way across the line, and just like that, 4 to go. The laps are ticking away. This is probably the fastest race I've ever done in my life, besides the heat race, if you will.
It is a fast pace, just all-out brawl here in the Wild West. And again, I'm not going to sing the Wild West song, so we're not going there. But
Wild West. We're going to the Wild West.
I don't want Will Smith coming after me, but with some amazing racing here at this track. And I believe next week, like you said, we'll be going to the Glen or the Wild Horse Motorsports Park, or whatever. I think that's what it's called. So there are so many different tracks that we're going to take these trucks to. And look at this battle going on as the 03.
Jack Wright's literally, I thought, was going to flip in the fluff coming off that corner. Down the straightaway, you see he's still having some internet signal issues. Keeps on going across the start-finish line. We are 3 laps to go here at the Wild West Motorsports Park, and this is a great battle inside the top 10. 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, and he gets sideways again, and he goes and rolls over.
That is not good, as he didn't want to see that, but he did see it, and unfortunate for him. Again, this has been the trend. You see a lot of people getting into those walls. You go here and look at your leader, Connor Berry, as he's coming to take lap 14 to start it. Look at the front of his car. Let's zoom in on that if we could. It looks good from this side, not so much from the other side, Wesley. Even it has
2 laps
damage.
to go. 2 laps to go. What a phenomenal job that he's doing here in that truck number 528. I know we've had so much action all over the racetrack. And by the way, remember, there is only controlled cautions, if you will, like closed cautions in the vicinity of, like, you know, if they have a local yellow, if you will, for road course racing. The same is done here for the Stadium Super Trucks at Wild West. Normally do not throw cautions unless it's something really, really bad, as we've already got drivers like McKnight and Polini out of the race. Will Duvall's out of the race, and we're coming down to the front straightaway here in just a moment, watching the leader Barry work his way around the course here. He's going to come down the straightaway this time by at speed, down the hill, getting ready to come to the line, and the white flag is going to go in the air. One more lap to go. We right on board with Connor Berry one more time here around Wild West.
Yeah, what a battle. The battles have been good, but the battles are spread out now, so we'll finish this lap out on board with Connor Berry. Again, look at this, how you have to set yourself. Look at this steering wheel. Look how he's having to turn it. He's just completely around to get around this track.
Juking, jiving, finding his way around the corners. Look at him move off the corner, again off of the straightaway, down, up the hill, in the fluff, getting out of harm's way. You're running on board with the leader, Connor Berry, who won the heat race. He's about to bounce off the wall. He now gets ready to make the long return down the hill and coming over to victory lane, up the hill. Checkered flag, the first ever winner of the Live Sim Racing Stadium Super Truck Series is Connor Berry here at Wild Pass in the 528. Luke Knupp will cross the line and finish second, 5 seconds back. There he goes. Garrett Maines, the late model ace, will finish in third in the 43. Matthew Lee from Clinton, Maine will finish in the 4th position. Virginia's Peyton Howell will finish in 5th. Everyone else working their way down the long hill to the straightaway, up the hill, across the start-finish line, and that race comes to an end. The battle there continuing between Jack Wrights, Brandon Gagnon, and even Derek Fulton, all beaten and battered and banged, is still able to finish in the top 10 for the man out of Center, Ontario, Canada. Man, was that fun or what? I'm not going to lie to you, Charles. I am literally sweating in my press box here virtually.
I told you it was going to be some fun to, you know, it's not, this stuff's been on iRacing, not, you know, there are people that run them, but not a lot. You don't see a lot of broadcasts with them either. And, you know, I wish we would, because you absolutely have a blast covering it, right? As you see him lining up, looks like I'm going to take a picture here, but I believe our first place driver's already said I'm headed to the broadcast booth to get interviewed. So again, I'm speechless.
It was fun. It was so exciting. Let's show the unofficial, let's show the results as it is at the end of this inaugural event. That's the broadcast after we talk to our drivers. But let's take a look at the results of the first ever Live Sim Racing Stadium Super Truck Series with the Pro 4 trucks at Wild West virtually. And Connor Berry picking up the win over 5 seconds over Luke Knupp. And even though it was 5 seconds to the checkered flag, it was absolutely entertaining. Charles Wooten, Garrett Maines over 3rd spot. Lee will finish 4th. Howell in 5th. Thomas, Rolls, Wrights, Gagnon, Fulton, all these drivers that just run late models, stepping out of their comfort zone, if you will, and doing a solid job in a top 10 finish, as well as Adamson, Duvall, Piles, McKnight, Polini. The full field rundown here from Wild West.
Yeah, great race indeed. And of course, you know, as good and exciting as the racing was, Wesley, it's that time, of course, for the post-race show. Of course, we got to jump over there to get to the drivers.
Let's take a quick commercial break, because obviously we only got to play one commercial, and then bam, they were literally dropping the green. So let's take a quick commercial break. Let's do an extended commercial break to thank our sponsors, thank our partners, and when we come back, we will then talk to all of our drivers on the Clan Wars servers post-race wrap-up. Do not go anywhere. History made. Barry wins the first round of the new Live Sim Racing Swag Stadium Super Truck Series. More in a moment on LSRTV, Race on Texas, the Weekly Racer, and on CRN. Servers, gamers, hosting gamers worldwide. It's time for the Clan Wars servers post-race wrap-up after an exciting historical debut of the Live Sim Racing Stadium Super Truck Series from Sparks, Nevada, virtually for iRacing at Wild West Motorsports Park. And when it's said, Connor Berry dominates fast qualifier, fastest in his heat, wins the race. But Connor, there was excitement all behind you. Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you. The race was fun. I started last, and I put my work. I put down my head, and I got to work, and I got to first by like lap 5, and I just went.
Yeah, you did a phenomenal job, bud. I mean, everything went perfect for you. And this was in your heat race. You were in the back in your heat race. You rallied, and we were even surprised because we thought there was going to be at least a field separated for the 2 heat races. You know, maybe 2 8 here, 7 here, or 6 here, 7 there, or the 13 total. And you literally had to race with everybody in one heat race. You battled, you won that, and then you started on the pole. And at the drop of the green, dude, everything just worked great for you.
Yeah, I just went and put down my head, and I got the win for round 1.
So what do you think of this new opportunity that Swag and Live Sim Racing's doing with these Stadium Super Trucks?
It's pretty cool. I've always loved these cars, and it's cool to see some more leagues, and it's just fun.
All right, man. Well, before we let you go, why don't you thank your sponsors, and we look forward to seeing you next week at Watkins Glen.
Yep. I want to thank CBR, Sparko, Aim Dash, and iRacing short course. And bye, guys.
All right, Connor. Hey, man, real quickly, where are you from?
I'm from California, like the southern part.
All right, from the West Coast, man. A West Coast man wins here at Nevada's Wild West Virtual Motorsports Park. Connor Berry, the inaugural winner of the Live Sim Racing Stadium Super Truck Series. Runner-up is Luke Nupp. Luke Nupp will finish in the 2nd spot of the number 77 entry, less than 5 seconds back. What was your take around Wild West tonight?
It was pretty fun. I've always done good with these trucks, and it was definitely something different with the fixed setup. I was 2nd in practice, and of course I hit the wall in both my laps in qualifying, so had to start from the back in the heat race and quickly put my head down and got up to Garrett in the heat race, and then made a mistake on the last lap and flipped it. So I started probably in the middle pack of the feature and just got caught up in a wreck on the first lap. So definitely had my work cut out after that one, and then got up to 2nd.
So real quickly, explain the difference between the open setup and then the fixed setup and how that was different for the race tonight.
So the open setup is like any setup, so anyone can run their setup. You can tweak it to your driving style, and then when the fixed setup, everyone runs the same setup that the series provides for you. So it definitely provides a good challenge.
So everybody was on the same package to try to make it fairly. 2nd spot, do you feel like there was ever any chance you could have got to Barry, or was he just really that strong the entire time?
He was making mistakes every lap, and of course, it looked like, and I was definitely catching him towards the middle part, and then made a big mistake and definitely lost a bunch of ground. But if I would have not got caught up in that wreck, I feel like me and him would have been close up front. But we were definitely pretty equal in speed.
Luke, what is your sponsors, bud? Good job.
For sure, Ultra Wheels, Rigid Industries, Diamondback Materials, Lucas Oil, Super Clean, Factory Canopies, Lethal Esports for all they do for me, and everyone else, thank you.
All right, a good run there for the driver of Luke Nupp. He will finish in the 2nd position. And finally in 3rd, Garrett Maines, the driver that normally dominates. Man, he's going to be the guy with the bullseye on his chest for the Swag Outlaw Super Late Model Series tomorrow night at Canadian Tire. He's won other big races. The young man for Sadler Esports finishes 3rd. This literally came together at like the midnight hour, if you will, Garrett Maines, before 8 o'clock. Talk about the day you had and how much fun was it running one of these Stadium Super Trucks?
Yeah, I was really caught off guard by the full field invert there. If I'd been smart, I would have, accidentally flipped it in the heat race. But I think it'll shape out with the points. I don't know if we actually got points for the heat, but I think we may have. We were pretty solid. I don't normally run these cars, so it was definitely a learning curve. I didn't get in here till like 15 minutes left in practice. I had to get some stuff done with the paint scheme so I can get Smithfield on the car. But overall, I feel like I learned a lot tonight. I learned that I've got a long ways to go. Connor and Luke really put the smack down tonight, but it's a lot different from Rallycross. So got a lot to learn, but maybe in the coming weeks we'll figure it out. And I know we're going to go to some tracks that maybe Connor and Luke aren't as familiar with in these cars. So I think it might shape out to be a good season.
Is it something that you enjoy doing? I mean, was it like being a kid going back to your, Charles says this is the equivalent of being in an RC car.
Very sad looking at this and then looking out my window at what used to be my RC track that I let overgrow. I put so much time into making that thing, stay, a track, and over a little bit of time ended up going through some engines, and I just got tired of buying new ones. And well, the track's overgrown now, so it's kind of cool to be back in one of these.
So how different is it racing one of these stadium super trucks compared to running a late model car or a cup car or a super truck on the pavement that you're used to driving?
I'm not gonna lie, I like the rally cars far more than the pro trucks, but they're definitely a totally different form of racing. It was pretty fun coming there through the field. It's gonna be a lot more fun if I can find the pace that Connor and Luke got and take the challenge to them next week.
All right, buddy, sponsor time.
Thanks, Smithfield 101 CBD, Zip Seats, Strickland Hardy, all the guys at Elliott Sadler Esports, and Richmond Raceway for all their support.
All right, buddy, and good luck tonight, tomorrow night. I know you're going to be gunning for that continued success, looking for win 5 in the Outlaw Super Late Model Series, and you're going to be road course racing tomorrow with a Super around Canadian Tire. Can you take the dirt here tonight to prepare for that race tomorrow, or is it just a completely different animal? Just throw that out the window, right?
Be throwing it out the window, but I've got about 3 races at Canadian Tire, and they've all been pretty substantial races. So I got a lot of experience, just really good experience going into that race. Never in a super late, so I think that's going to be the big difference. But hopefully some of that translates over, and we'll be able to put it all together.
We got to get your dad involved in this, man. We got to get your dad to run this with us on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, he don't have the pro truck. The only tracks he has are the ones that I used to race when it was my account. So pro trucks is definitely not one of those things. But I had this on this account from when they came out, and thought it'd be fun to, give them a try tonight.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much. And again, that's Garrett Maines. He'll finish in the number 3 position. We'll head back over to our other broadcast outlet and wrap things up here. And that is again the Clan Wars Servers post-race wrap-up. Clan Wars Servers, the official communications partner of Live Sim Racing. So, Charles Wooten, what's your thoughts, buddy, as we close out what has been a unique hour of coverage with the Live Sim Racing Stadium Super Truck Series? I had a blast. I think we should tweak the format a little bit to try to make sure we don't have all the trucks running in one heat race. But other than that, it was fun. It was entertaining. Man, what could you ask for? What a show for Swag and for Live Sim Racing out of the box with this new endeavor.
Yeah, I definitely, I don't know what I want to do except for come back next Tuesday and do it again.
Definitely, it was a fun time. And by the way, next Tuesday night, it will be at Watkins Glen International. And real quickly, that will be the Stadium Super Trucks running at Watkins Glen. There'll be bumps, there'll be jumps, there'll be stuff around that track, correct?
Yeah, it's going to get wild.
It'll be fun. It'll be an exciting time. So, again, as I said in closing, this was definitely something unique and fun for me. A couple of things. Don't forget, coming up a little bit later on tomorrow, you're going to have coverage of the Swag Outlaw Super Late Model Series. They're in action at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. There's also a brand new league with the man Anthony Alfredo running esports. That's coming up soon in October. A lot of details on that will be unveiled. And then everything else we talked about, Swag Esports. We've got a whole bunch of cool things. Check it out. Swag Esports Racing Team on Facebook and on Twitter and Instagram at Swag Racing Esports to find all the details, all the information. I literally got messages during our broadcast, Charles, of 4 different people that have said, man, this is cool. I want to be a part of it next week.
Oh, good. You know where to go. Just contact Swag Esports, Derek Fulton, Billy Smith. You can even message the LSRTV Facebook page if that's the easiest form, and we will get you pointed in the right direction.
We will get you point set up and get set with the Swag family. And by the way, this would not be possible without the big thanks of, again, Mr. and Mrs. Billy and Rhonda Smith of Swag. That's Smith Wraps and Graphics in the Simulation World Auto Group, again, located in Seaford, Virginia. Thank you again for them in Seaford, Virginia, for what they have done. Charles, we'll do it again next Tuesday night. Another exciting, I think keeping it under an hour was fun. We hope you've enjoyed this hour of entertainment. And again, congratulations to Connor Berry winning here for the inaugural race of the Swag Live Sim Racing Stadium Super Truck Series from Wild West Motorsports Park in Sparks, Nevada, virtually. Thank you again to everybody at iRacing Simulations for making this possible. We appreciate you, the viewers, on Live Sim Racing, LSRTV, on CRN Sports, on the Weekly Racer, and also on Race On Texas. In the production chair and also on color is Charles Wooten. I'm Wesley Outland. God bless you all. Please keep on praying for America. Until next time, we'll see you again for fun, excitement from Watkins Glen next Tuesday night.
This broadcast is the copyrighted work of LSRTV and may not be rebroadcast, retranslated, or used in any form without the express written consent of 52 Media LLC and iRacing.com Motorsports Simulations. LSRTV would like to thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.